Michigan is currently going through a significant boom with its alcoholic beverage manufacturers. Breweries, wineries, distilleries, hard cideries, they are popping up everywhere. Not a day goes by where we aren't seeing an article about a new brewery opening up or a winery or a significant expansion. This can really be seen with the explosion of the craft beer market in Michigan, which currently has over 120 breweries with another 30 in planning. This is really well in line with the rest of the country, where there are more than 2,700 craft breweries right now. And what's interesting is 2,300 of those craft breweries opened up in the last 2 decades. Now, with all this growth, the question often comes up, is the bubble going to burst, or is there room for more growth? Most of the experts in the industry believe that there is still significant room for growth, and that's just because of how small craft beer really is in the market. Currently, craft beer only makes up 6% of the total beer market, with the rest being made up by the macro breweries and imports. What does this mean for Michigan? Michigan is interesting where the growth is. Everyone knows of the breweries that are in Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, Ann Arbor, and Detroit. There's a good concentration there. But now what we're seeing is the craft breweries are popping up in smaller cities. Now, all this growth really hasn't gone unnoticed in Lansing. Last summer, the Office of Regulatory Reinvention issued 64 recommendations to change Michigan's liquor control code to actually spur on this growth, to increase this business, and to add new jobs. Just this past February, a new Senate bill was introduced, which actually incorporated some of those recommendations. One of the recommendations that made it into the Senate bill was actually to eliminate the microbrewer license and the brewpub license, which are separate licenses, and consolidate them into one small brewer's license. With a small brewer's license, some of these brewers would actually be able to sell direct to retailers, which is currently not allowed under Michigan's 3-tiered system. Now, with all this new growth and all these breweries and wineries popping up, we're seeing that a lot of them are falling into the same stumbling blocks. When looking for financing, breweries and wineries often run into trouble with, are they going to be able to get a bank loan? Or are they going to have to go and get funding from their friends and family? When they go the friends and family route, are they going to avoid securities issues? Or are they going to structure the investment so that they don't lose control of the business? Other issues with real estate and zoning often come up. A lot of these places may have the perfect location downtown in a historic building, only to find out that the local zoning ordinance won't let them put a brewery or put a winery in that historic building. Trademark issues often come up. You need to protect your brand. But how much protection do you actually need? Are you going to protect every wine or every single beer variety you have, or just your major brands? Now, these pitfalls aren't limited to just the startups. Michigan, because we are growing so quickly, we have so many large wineries and large breweries that are looking to expand. They're looking now to the international markets, looking to go into Canada or the EU. Now, when looking to go into these new markets internationally, it's important to work with someone who knows the local laws there. What's the laws that are going to affect, say, your distribution agreement? Or when you go into a foreign market, are you going to do foreign trademark registration? Because of these issues that often come up, we always recommend that any new brewery, new winery, or established alcohol manufacturer work with an experienced regulatory lawyer. Miller Canfield's alcoholic beverage regulation team is a group of lawyers who work together to get our clients through these issues.